Hello farmers, welcome to another episode of bestfarmingtips.com. Today we are talking about how to make duck and chicken feed at home. 3 methods of simple poultry feed formulation. Whether you are looking to cut down on feed expenses, give your chickens more of what they need, or looking into sustainable practices of prepping, making your own chicken feed can be a smart practice to process. Chicken feed accounts for more than 75% of the cost of poultry production. Right now, the increasing cost of feeds in most parts of the world is driving many poultry farmers out of business. Making your own feeds would cut down costs while increasing the profit margin of your poultry farming. Homestead farmers and backyard chicken farmers who aspire to greater self-sufficiency often want to grow or at least mix their own chicken feed. If you can grow everything your chickens eat, you won't have to purchase feed at all. And if you mix feed from bulk ingredients, it will be much cheaper than buying commercial chicken feed. Whether you grow some, all, or none of it, the key questions are: what crops should you feed your chickens, ducks, turkeys, geese, guinea fowls, or even quails, and in what proportions should it be mixed? This tutorial will answer all these questions. Buying good chicken feed at the store is so expensive, it's almost physically painful. Feeding your backyard chickens or ducks is always the main cost of raising chickens or ducks, and so finding ways of cutting your poultry feed bill is every homestead chicken farmer's priority. Success in the poultry farming business mostly depends on feeding quality feed and feed formulation system. For proper growth, egg production, and good health, poultry birds require energy. In order to obtain the desired growth rate, you must provide highly nutritious poultry feed. In this ultimate guide to making your own chicken feed and duck feed, you will learn everything you need to know about your chicken's nutritional requirements and how you can meet them without purchasing commercial feed or supplements. Before we get into detail, please kindly like this video and subscribe to Best Farming Tips channel so that whenever I upload a new educative video like this one, you get notified. I should, however, highlight that broiler chickens are not the best chickens to feed a homemade chicken feed. This is because of their high protein dietary needs. So while it's possible, it's best to avoid formulating your own chicken feed at home for broiler chickens. Nonetheless, in this tutorial I will provide a cheaper and yet still reliable alternative way of making your own home mixed broiler chicken feed and layer chicken feed. Layers, on the other hand, still have protein needs, but they are not as dependent on it as the commercially bred broiler chicken. So, make it easier on both you and your chickens and stick with breeds that are still considered to be quite hardy and not overbred. I have previously published a video that explains the characteristics of 20 best chicken breeds for beginners. You may need to consider watching the video and learn which breeds are excellent for backyard chicken farming, for meat, for eggs, or for both. This guide is mainly for feeding adult chickens. However, much of the feed here is going to provide young chicks with the nutrition they need. With that being said, you can always add more protein to a developing chick's diet to help them grow up healthy and strong. Without wasting much time, let's look at how you can make your own chicken and duck feed at home. Your chickens will appreciate if you can grind your ingredients down a bit, especially if they are still young and find it hard to consume whole grains. They like to eat crumble after all, so take some time to grind the feed. Grinding will also prevent picky eaters from sorting through the ingredients and picking only the good stuff and throwing the rest into their water fonts. But if you can't grind the grains, you can simply ferment the feed for 3 days. In fact, I recommend that you ferment all your chicken feed for 3 days, as fermenting chicken feed, whether commercial feed or homemade, has so many advantages. I have also published a video that explains why you should ferment chicken feed and how you do it. Click on this link to watch the video. So, what are the actual food items that you should mix into your feed to meet your chicken's nutritional requirements? First option, whole grain meal. You will need the following ingredients: 20 kg maize or corn, 12 kg sunflower seeds or sunflower cake, 13 kg pale millet or wheat, 5 kg soya beans or soybean, 200 grams salt. Mix the ingredients until they are thoroughly combined. If you can't use your hands, you can stir the feed with a shovel until all ingredients are evenly dispersed throughout the container. Pale millet is the most widely grown type of millet. If you can't get millet, then use whole wheat. The crude protein content and other nutrients in pale millet and wheat are almost the same. Wheat may improve digestion and help prevent coccidiosis. Wheat also provides chickens with carbohydrates and protein. Corn or maize is great, in moderation though. It's affordable and can be found anywhere. Chickens love maize and it gives them the carbohydrates and fats they need. Salt provides a great source of minerals and sodium chloride, and chickens do need salt in their diet. However, it should never exceed 0.5% of their diets. Second option, premix meal. The second option, which is what I personally prefer and use on all my chickens and ducks, is ideal for nearly all types of chickens, whether you are raising free-range chickens, layer chickens, or broiler chickens. Just simply buy concentrate feed, then mix it with cracked corn or maize bran, using a ratio specified by the concentrate feed manufacturer. In my country of residence, the mixing ratio is usually 2:3, meaning on every 2 portions of concentrate feed, you add 3 portions of cracked corn or maize bran. If you are working on a tight budget, you can slightly ignore the recommended mixing ratio, as long as you are not preparing broiler chicken feed or layer chicken feed. By layer chickens, I mean those chickens specifically raised for laying eggs only. Free-range chickens, ducks, geese, guinea fowls, and turkeys are not too strict with crude protein content like broiler chickens or calcium content like layer chickens. So if you have a shoestring budget, you can mix the premix with cracked corn or maize bran or wheat bran using a 1:2 ratio, that is 2:4, instead of 2:3, or anything that your premix manufacturer recommends. Simply add 1 extra unit in favor of cracked corn or maize bran or wheat bran. Mix the ingredients until they are thoroughly combined. If you can't use your hands, you can stir the feed with a shovel until all the ingredients are evenly dispersed throughout the container. This ensures that the chickens will receive the nutrients from the different ingredients when they are fed. Make sure that you mix the ingredients that are at the bottom of the container. Third option, homemade chicken mesh. The third option is not suitable for broiler chickens or layer chickens. It is specifically for free-range chickens, turkeys, ducks, geese, and guinea fowls. However, it is the cheapest method for providing quality feed for your birds. Approach milling companies near you where production of flour and milling meal is done. If they are big enough to supply shops with flour and milling meal or other grain products, they are likely to sell maize bran or wheat screenings at a much lower price than local grinding mills that grind individuals' grain. In this third option, you simply mix the following 3 ingredients using the ratio 3:2:1. Maize bran or cracked corn 3 parts. Wheat screenings 2 parts. Ground pearl millet or sunflower cake or soybean cake or fish meal 1 part. Mix the ingredients until they are thoroughly combined. If you can't use your hands, you can stir the feed with a shovel until all ingredients are evenly dispersed throughout the container. When feeding poultry, give each chicken 0.28 pounds or 0.13 kg of feed per day. Multiply the feed needed per chicken by the number of chickens that you have. For example, 6 chickens times 0.28 pounds or 0.13 kgs equals 1.68 pounds or 0.76 kgs of feed in total for 6 chickens. Never use rotten ingredients to make feed. Rotten materials might contain mycotoxins which are harmful to poultry health. Store the chicken feed in a cool, dry place for up to 6 months. Garages or barns are ideal places to store chicken feed. Check the feed for mice, bugs, and mold before you give it to the chickens. Let me repeat this point once more. For an added bonus with your feed, ferment your chicken feed for 3 days, that is 72 hours, before offering it to your flock. You will use less feed and your chickens will digest it so much more efficiently. As for ducks and geese, do remember that ducks naturally love weeds, greens, and garden waste. So do supplement your homemade duck and geese feed with greens and garden waste, or better still, let them free range. Small-scale farmers in cooperatives or in same location can contribute money together to buy feed ingredients in large quantities. This is because when you buy ingredients like maize and wheat in large quantities, the cost price reduces. Also consider visiting your nearest rural areas and buy maize bran at the millers based in rural areas. It is much cheaper to buy maize bran there than in urban areas. If you can't visit rural area millers, then consider visiting your nearest commercial milling companies who supply your local big supermarkets with flour and maize meal, then buy wheat screenings or maize bran at their factories. To them, wheat screenings or maize bran are byproducts and so are often much cheaper. This usually varies from one country to another. I would love to hear from you. What are you currently feeding your chickens and ducks or poultry? Are you using commercial feed or you are formulating your own feed for your birds? Please share your experience through the comments section below. Best Farming Tips is there to help you thrive in your garden or on your farm. If you have any farming questions or video requests, use the comment section below to let me know. Please like this video and share so that your friends may also benefit from this video lesson. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Goodbye.